What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another video. I know it's been a while, but yeah, I've been doing a lot of work. As you can see, got a new car. I've been driving it for probably the best part of a month now, done quite a few miles in it. So I feel like I'm in a position now where I can give an honest review about the car. For those of you who don't know what it is already, yes, it's a BMW i8. It's a 2016, even though they're all the same, so here's what it is. Let's have a look around. Sounds of the surf. Yeah, so as you can see, the tyres are pretty skinny. There's not much to them. That's obviously to reduce the drag. People don't know the size of the engine in this. It's a 1.5 litre petrol as well as an electric hybrid engine. So I think, I might be wrong on this, but the electric motors are connected to the front wheels. The engine drives the back one. It's strange to say the least. One good thing I will say about the car is you can go past someone like 90 miles an hour and then you'll be reading like 35 miles per gallon. And it's like, yes, yes. Like, on a full charge, you'll get 14 miles of electricity. So technically, I could drive back and forth to work all week without actually using any fuel. And you can't say that for any other supercar. So I guess 2 thumbs up from me for that. Full tank costs about £30, £35, depending on where you live. Maybe 40 if you're in London, but still, you know, my 235 was costing me £50, £60 to fill up. And it was only lasting for 180 miles, whereas this, I'm getting 250 out of like £35. The other thing which pops up and everyone seems to look at, no matter where you park, when the doors open, man, it's just like, you get so much attention in this car. And I'm not one of them guys that gets like big-headed or anything like that, but like, when you pull up to the lights, all the kids are looking, oh my god, like, you know, older people like it. I've had people taking photos of it, like asking me like what I do and stuff like that, so that's quite cool. So, we're at the back of the car. And this is where the downfalls start. To be fair, they are justified. So yeah, if you come in over here and check out the boot, there's some stuff in here, but nothing major. Laptop bag. Well, this is a good example. This is my laptop bag. There's literally a MacBook Pro in there and like a book. And that's taking up, what, like a third of the space? And that's because the engine is there that drives the petrol engine. So yeah, that's all the space you're going to have there. And then... So
where do you fill up?
Where do you fill up? You fill up over here. You have to press the button on the door. Another downfall, actually, I'm so glad you said that. So you press the button on the door to fill up. But obviously, because the way the doors are, there's no side pockets, so the storage in the car is actually really minimal. Like, this is really annoying. I've got to put plastic bottles down there, like pieces of tissue, like, and you just can't do it for obvious reasons, because it would just fall out every time you open the door. Yeah, you press this button here, and you get a little warning thing saying it's ready to refuel. Check your petrol in there. Turn. Everyone, please use these, please. Because otherwise you just scratch the paint. Oh god.
Yeah, just scratch the paint, like.
Yeah, don't scratch your paint. Back onto storage actually, while we're here. Let me show you something. I'm 5'10". 5'11" in Timberlands.
In Timberlands, like.
Oh god. It's nice of them to give you 4 seats, don't get me wrong. Like, I've had 2 6-foot friends in the back of here. They weren't very comfortable. Like, look, my head's on the ceiling already. Like, I can't even put my feet underneath the seat. I've got no room whatsoever. Yeah, it's not comfy. It's not comfy at all. So yeah, that's a bit of a downside. But at the same time, it's still got 4 seats. It's not all bad.
Don't fall.
Elegance. Oh dear.
Could you say that's another downfall? Trying to get out of the car.
One of the things I really like once you do struggle to get out of the car is once you do get to look at the doors, you can see it's all exposed carbon fibre everywhere. All along the doors, all along the shell of the car. You literally sat in a carbon fibre box with 2 engines. It'd be really interesting to see the speed of this compared to my 2 Series, which I've still actually got. So maybe we'll have to get someone down and then we'll have to do a little 0 to 30 on our estate where the showroom is, see what wins. I think this might just take it on 0 to 30, but maybe it's the noise. of the car, the 2 Series, that gives it that edge and makes me think that it's actually quicker. But on that note, speaking of noise, let's start this up because there's some weird things going on. So yeah, let's jump inside of the car, and as you can expect with a car this futuristic, it's got pretty much all the extras that you can possibly want. It's got 360 camera. Let's just turn it on. That's the weird thing actually. When you do turn it on, you don't get any noise. Like my dad took me and Hass to a wedding the other day, and he jumped in to drive back home, and I realised that he was sat outside the venue for like 5 minutes. And I was like, he doesn't know how to start it, does he? Or he doesn't know that it's on. So I had to go outside and tell him, yeah, the car is on, you just can't hear it. But yeah, back to the extras. It's got everything. It's got heated seats, 360 camera, I've got a head-up display in front of me. What else have we got? Navigation, obviously, Bluetooth with audio streaming, iPhone connection, wireless charging. It's got everything. As expected, you know, you pay £100,000 for a car, then you want all that stuff. Although, onto the entertainment system though, there is just way too much of a bezel around all the screens. So the dashboard has way too much space around it, way too much space around here, and you think, when you compare this to the likes of a Mercedes S-Class, you've got that amazing one-piece dashboard and the screens are huge. Like, why do I feel like I'm still sat in my 2 Series? Like, the gear stick's the exact same, all the buttons are the same, the display's the same, there's nothing different. And that is a killer for me. Every time I get in, it's just a little bit underwhelming. And for the next part, we need to take it for a drive. Let's go. So
you can hear it.
Yeah, so you can barely hear anything, right?
Yeah.
All you can hear now is the fan that's running to keep the engines cool. And at the moment, we are running on pure electric energy, not costing a penny. We're saving the planet. People love us. My neighbours aren't mad every time I start the car in the morning. When you're in full electric mode, or when you've got enough charge, you can press the E-drive button, and then it puts it on maximum efficiency. So at the moment, it's telling me it's not sufficiently charged to actually work. Which I can see, there's no charge down here at all really. I need to get that up. And there's 2 ways you can charge the car. You can either plug it in, or you can put it in sport mode. And then every time, when you downshift early, you're getting lots more engine braking, and it actually charges the car a lot quicker than driving in normal. If you put it back into normal, what does happen is when you let off the accelerator, the needle goes backwards past 0 into the charge zone, which shows you that you're charging the car, which is quite cool. Then when you brake, it goes up a little bit more. One thing you'll notice then is when you do put it in sport, it gets a lot louder, and there's a reason for that. There is, and it's a lot louder on the inside as well as the outside. And this is like a bit of a forgery from BMW's side, where, yeah, it is, man. I'm really not sure how I feel about it. Especially because you have to pay for it as an extra. So, it's called the exterior noise something. And basically, like, there's a part of me which thinks it's a safety feature, and then there's a part of me which thinks they wanted to beef it up because they know it's only got a 1.5 litre engine, which obviously wouldn't sound like a flipping V8, like what it sounds like now. I'll put my foot down at the lights, you'll hear the noise. It's all completely fake. It's coming from big speakers inside and outside the car. Speakers? So, yeah, so it sounds...
Wow.
I know. So it sounds the same on the outside as it does on the inside. So it's just amplified. So yeah, it is safe, but also it's unnecessarily loud, almost. And wait until you hear the down changes and stuff like that. Like, it really barks. Like, it sounds like it's got a huge engine, and it doesn't. So it's a bit deceiving. Not sure how I feel about paying £100,000 for a car, and then you get speakers for noise. So are we ready? Bloody hell, it's quick. Jesus. Yeah.
Hey, let's compare it with the Tesla when that comes.
Yeah, no doubt. So yeah, listen to this down change now. It's really cool. When you put your foot down, you get like a little blue light which lights up to show that you are using the electric engine as well. So at the moment it's not there. So I'll put my foot down now. See it? It says e-boost. E-boost. This is going to kill this taxi off in a minute. The four-wheel drive system is really good as well. Like, you can really throw this around corners without really worrying the world. The traction control system is really good as well. thankfully. Otherwise it'd been sideways into a wall. But yeah, the noise is amazing. It does give you, you know, it gets the senses going and stuff like that, which is nice. There's nothing like hearing a real engine and smelling the fuel, especially with the decat on my 2 Series, man. When you start that up and you can smell the fuel and hear the cracks and the bangers coming from the exhaust, there's just something different about it.
So what are we calling this? Fake noise? Or?
Yeah, fake noise. BMW fake noise. Make BMW great again. And because we just drove like that for what, 5 minutes, we've almost got a mile's worth of charge from the electric engine. So now we're back on full electric again. So, you know, there's pros and cons to this car, like a lot. Now that's a road that I like to see, that is. Look at that. A long straight road with absolutely no one on it.
Let's floor it. Maybe a bit shaky.
So yeah, I took this car to London and back, all in one day. So it's quite a lot of driving, like 4.5 hours, 5 hours of driving. And it was surprisingly comfortable because I took an E-Class to London a couple of days after, and I was more uncomfortable in the E-Class than I was in this. So it's a bit strange, I don't know how they've done that, but I guess the seats are quite padded, they're leather. You know, it has got luxury, you gotta remember it is a BMW at the end of the day. So there we have it. I guess the question that we need to answer is the car actually worth it? Is the money well spent? If you're buying this through a business, and realistically the people who are buying these brand new probably have their own businesses or have some sort of power over a business, because it's quite a lot of money to spend, unless you're a footballer of course. There's big tax benefits of buying this car because it's electric. So for me, I do personally think it's worth it because the amount of fuel that you save alone compared to buying the likes of a Porsche or like a C63, which is roughly the same amount of money. Yeah, you're getting a lot of bang for your buck here, especially if you do go down the used route. Like this one here at the moment is like 60 something grand. So you've knocked off 30 something thousand already, nearly 40,000 pounds from the original price. It's got barely any miles on it. You know it's going to hold its value. The value's only really going to be retained more with all this diesel tax and stuff like that, which is coming into play, especially in UK and Europe. If anyone does want to know anything else, just drop me a line in the comments. You know I'll answer. And obviously, everything's for sale. So if you do want to buy it, hit me up, man. Hit me up. Give me a ring.
Here's the plug.
Yeah.